Well, welcome back again. So we're on the home stretch here. We've talked about the two 100% solutions. We're going to go with the two hybrid solutions right now and some of the pros and cons, and we'll go through that in a little more detail. So the third option is a weekly hybrid. That is 52 weeks a year. Some of you will be meeting in person. Some of you will be remote. This is what you'll be doing every single week. Bring some things that you've got to consider here. The first and not the only is the tech. Tech is much more complicated. It's almost like you're a bar band road show. You got to have tech. So you got cameras that can follow people. Your sound is good. You know, it amazes me, even this point, we've been doing this for a year and people still don't know where the mute button is. Well, it's going to be much more complicated to have that mute button be a problem inside a meeting when you got two laptops side by side. You're going to get some cool effects like echo and reverb and the feedback and all, and it's not going to be good. So you want to be able to control that very effectively. You also don't want to build a situation where it's us versus them. So we got 15 people together in the meeting. That's great. We've got 15 people and everybody on remote has one person. So it's 15, 1, 15, 1. 15 people that are not connected, 15 people are connected. So I've talked to people who've taken those online courses at college, and what they found is when the professor's in the room, the students in the room, they get all the attention. I can die out here, as one guy said to me, I can die out here in my home office. They're not going to answer my questions. They're not going to help me at all. So it really wasn't an effective situation. We are here to help each other in business networking. So we really want to make that extra effort to make sure we engage those remote people as well. The other thing is, if you're one of the 15 that meets every week, you need to commit to that. You can't just say, I don't feel like going in today, I'll just dial in. No, because your venue's expecting 15 people as well. So you need to commit, you need to lock into it that I will be there in person. In order to change from being online to in-person or in-person to online, your membership committee needs to approve that. Other issues, I can talk about the technical side on the sound there. Lighting is really, really significant inside there, especially as the year changes and the sunlight changes. You've seen this, you're in a meeting with somebody, everything's going fine. The window opens behind you, the door opens behind you, the sun pours in and you're gone. You're invisible at that point. So you need to be aware of that as well. So that's about all I can think of on the hybrid. There's other things that we can talk about in more in depth, but let's go to the fourth one, which is 1 week we're in person 100%, and the rest of the month we're online 100%. So all members are in person at this point. All members are online during those other weeks. I think it's the best of both worlds. Again, there's no rush. We don't need to rush. We can stay online like we are right now until we get this good. I'd probably wait until the pressure goes down on the CDC. So I talked about the fact that if you have a shot, it doesn't make you immune to passing it to other people. So, but here in this case, it would be 100% online. We don't have to have all that equipment. We're just getting together, just like we always have. We do have to be CDC cognizant as well. So that would be the key for that. Let's talk about the unanimous side. Well, let me get some of my pros and cons on that. So, yes, some people have said, well, there's 5 times a year when there's a 5th Tuesday or a 5th Wednesday. I don't recommend meeting in person on just those because it's not enough. You're not going to get good enough at it, right? There's another aspect. Inviting needs to be more precise. I need to invite for you knowing that you're going to be online. I need to invite for you knowing that you're going to be remote. Now, my guest may be here, you know, in person with me, but I'm going to pick you out on the screen and let them know where you are. I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong one, the hybrid there. So, but I'm going to know that it's best to bring you on week 2, week 3, week 4, rather than week 1. So should be the same one every single week going ahead. And venue expenses may be more on the particular time you meet in person, but it'll probably be a lot less over the month overall. So these are some of the caveats to think about. And the one thing to consider is what I talked about is unanimous. It must be unanimous. So that is, every single person has to be in favor of this change, not just 50%, 60%, 70%, has to be unanimous. So example we often see in this region is people go from, we're meeting at a Tuesday morning chapter. It's not very effective. We say we want to go to a Wednesday lunchtime chapter. And so they decide that's what they're going to do. Well, every single person has to agree to go to Wednesday afternoon. They've built their life around that Tuesday morning. They've got the kids taken care of. They've got the staff taken care of. They've got everything handled on that, their parents, whatever it may be, handled on that particular day. You can't just change it. They have to agree to it, and it has to be unanimous. And you can't get into a situation where you beat that person up until they come around to your way of thinking, right? So you got 25 people in your chapter. One can't make it on Wednesday afternoon. Well, then none of you can. That's just the way it is, right? Now, you may say, okay, well, how about if we go with Tuesday afternoon? And that person may say, oh, Tuesday afternoon works. I can do that. But one of the other 24 people says, I can't do Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon was fine. Tuesday's not. So you have to come up with a unanimous decision on everything. Generally, it doesn't have to be anonymous, is not the big issue, but this is sensitive. HIPAA relations, all kinds of things. So I've thought of a couple ways to do it. The first is in your chapter, you'll talk about it. When we come to the vote time, we're going to have everybody vote. The way they're anonymous is they're all going to call themselves, I would go with the name of the chapter. We're all RD14. So go ahead and rename yourself to RD14. When we've got 25 people all named RD14, then go ahead and vote. Now, the chat will show you 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. It'll show that going by. So there could be some social pressure from that, but I think by and large, we're professionals, we're adults, that should be fine. What you're looking for is 100% rolling along with one flavor chosen, 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you want our help, we'll definitely do that. So I envision putting out a form that would go to all the members. It would have your ability to make your choice. You'll put your chapter, you'll put your choice. And I also have a place in there, feedback would be good, although I've got the forms I've set up. Come to the forms is really, really important. But feedback, you might have some questions and things like that. I won't know who to answer if it's a question or an idea. I won't know who to give credit if it's a good idea or whatever, but it'll come on in that way. And what we'll do is it'll come in, I will break it separately, so it'll just be held in a folder. And when I've got 25 responses, then I'll send a questionnaire to the chapter, and everyone will respond, yes, I sent my vote. Yes, I sent my vote. So it's not one person voting 25 times for the thing that they want. It's 25 people each voting once. But I think the chat is a simple way to do that as well. So we'll support you any way we possibly can. So, the bottom line is there is no reason to rush. We've done really, really well with this. We can make some tweaks so it's less fatiguey. Certainly want to meet and social in smaller groups. Definitely want to do that. It doesn't have to be your 25 people all together in an enclosed space. Some people would be reluctant to do that. They've got people at home that they want to take care of and they're concerned about. So that's the thing. And they don't really have to share that with you. They just say, I don't want to meet in person for whatever reason. That's fine. There can be 100 reasons, 1,000 reasons. So the bottom line is we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So please stay safe, stay supportive, and stay successful. Thank you so much. We'll see you at a foreman very soon. Any questions, shoot me an email. I'll happily answer them. Thank you.